And welcome back, tankers. This is Mr. Kassarian, and today we are looking at the AMX-10RCR. Please ignore the battle starts in 30 on my screen. That is stuck there, and I don't know why. Okay, the AMX-10RCR. This is a premium tank. It is on sale for a limited time. It has the most garish paint scheme I've ever seen. Yeah. This is kind of a review, and kind of a... This is sort of a review. I'm getting this out as quickly as I can because, yeah. So let me just get these skills put on this thing. Let me just take a look at the details quickly as I select things here. Okay, I don't need any more accuracy. We can do a quick draw. And we can go with... We'll do smooth ride to start with. So my gun blooms less. There we go. Okay, so the AMX-10RCR. This is a premium tank. It's on sale for a limited time only. It is expensive. It is very expensive. You buy it through the website. Is it worth it? Yeah, that depends on your financial situation. This little tank will cost you about 40 bucks. And the only reason I bought it was to show it to you guys. After watching it in PvE with other players using it, I basically said, you know what? I need to get this tank, and I need to show it to them because it's a little ridiculous. So if we look at its details, it's a 105 gun, 55, 544. We compare that to our Abrams, higher damage, higher pen. Lower pen than our Ariete, however. So let's get the Ariete out. Okay. More damage. About 50 millimeters less penetration than the Ariete has. Damage per minute. 7,167 DPM. That is ridiculous. Alright? It has a reload time of 4.64 seconds. That beats both my Ariete and my Abrams hands down. Hit points, it's a tank destroyer. Armor, it's a tank destroyer. It has military aluminum and 140 millimeters. You might bounce some autocannon rounds off the front of this. Maybe. Speed, of course, it's going to beat both our MBTs. Utility, camo rating, let's actually pull up, let's go up to dealers. And let's actually pull up our tank destroyers. We're not going to compare the MBTs to the rest of this. Let's compare it to the M1128, which I don't have yet, so this is the basic stats of the M1128. We'll look at the upgrades here. 4.92. So the M1128 is probably going to get up to about the AMX-10RCR's reload rate. But if we look at the damage round on its APFSDS, it's about the same. So damage and pen are about the same here. Or rather, the M1128 actually has some better penetration. So probably you're going to get a bit better DPM out of the 1128, maybe? The 1128 does have fewer hit points, but the 1128 actually does get some cage and applique armor. Alright? You have slightly better resistances on the 1128 when it comes to its armor package. I suspect, though, that the Striker is actually going to have, it's going to have better resistance to shaped charges than the RCR does. Alright? The Striker's faster. Bit worse acceleration, but when you get its upgraded diesel engine, the C9 diesel, it's going to have better acceleration. Okay, view range is probably going to be about equal once you adjust for the fact that this has upgrades and this one doesn't. Gun depression. This has much better front gun depression, but the MGS has really great rear gun depression. This gun's more accurate, better aim time, and better turret traverse. So how does this thing play? Well, we're going to show you that in PvE. Prometheus sucks for a tank destroyer. We'll do cavalry instead. So it's similar, very similar to the Striker. It's a little bit worse than the Striker. It is, however, something of a very ridiculous weapon system. And it is incredibly powerful as a weapon system. Now, I'm gonna confess this in advance. I am not a good tank destroyer player. I'm too aggressive to be a tank destroyer player. I'm not campy enough to be a tank destroyer player. I am high tier, so this should be fun. Well then, the luck of the YouTube, huh? Yeah, so I am not a great TD player. I'll confess that straight up. I do have some amazing games, but I tend to play my tank destroyers like they're main battle tanks. Yeah, that's not a good thing to do, guys. Trust me. Now, there is a question of where to go on this map. I could run over to there and engage from that side. I'll stick with Sabo until I know what I'm facing. Rule 1, load Sabo until you know what you're doing. Yeah, we'll head up this way, I think.
Black Company, you're going up against the Lions of
But look at that reload rate, guys.
Received intel that the area may be littered with SAM sites.
It has a really good view range on it, too.
Identify.
Hostile tank.
So we're going to kind of sneak up here a little bit.
Black Company, change of plan.
Try and see a little bit out of that operative area of fire.
Intel from their hard drive about the Lions. Find the place, get the intel, and see if there are any survivors.
But you can see I put a round straight through that lower plate of that Abrams.
Enemy destroyed.
And I killed him just by rate of fire.
Identify target.
Hostile tank. Target destroyed. Threat destroyed.
Come on. Pick a direction, buddy. Now, I have the highest rate of fire here, which is why I'm firing on these targets, because I know... I can't see what the hell I'm aiming at. Let's remind that Stingray for a minute. His specific fire mission. And the Abrams is going to take care of it. Okay, then. Don't go in front of another tank destroyer, by the way. Notice I can pen this leopard from any angle. Yes, I just penned that leopard with a heat round. And somehow I bounced that shot. No, I don't know how I did that. Missed that shot, which is rare in this vehicle. But we're just going to keep pushing up. And I'm getting lag.
Identify.
No, I don't know why.
Careful in there. The Lions is that wheel down. So proceed with extreme caution. There's no telling what they might do.
I don't know why I'm getting frame lag now.
No ban.
I hit his ERA there.
Identify.
Incoming driver, move! Awesome, thanks.
And yeah, I took that arty fire.
Incoming driver, move!
Stable.
We're gonna get off this hill rise. Hopefully to make it harder for their arty to hit me.
Enemy destroyed.
And that took him out.
Ammo, up! Good work. You cleared the skies for us. Ammo up.
Everyone has to do their job to make sure this area is enemy free.
Incoming, incoming!
Good. I already took care of their arty. That is what I like to see. So now I'm going to take up an overwatch position because I'm a tank destroyer and that Abrams needs to push up. Oh, there he goes. He's pushing. Because I can give him fire support. I can give that Abrams fire support. He just needs to keep moving up.
Protect the plane. You've accessed the hard drive remotely, but need time to download the intel.
If I can get a shot on target.
Target eliminated.
Thank you.
Target destroyed.
Have to rearrange my positioning a bit.
Ammo. Target destroyed.
Loader, heat.
So right now we are doing exactly what tank destroyers should be doing.
Identify.
Awesome, thanks. Enemy destroyed. No effect.
Darn. Ow, that hurt. He's out of my firing range now. But you weren't.
Identify target.
Awesome, thanks.
Loader, heat.
Target eliminated.
And you're dead. Got a hit on him
Target eliminated.
and knocked him out. You're noticing a trend here, by the way, with how this vehicle performs. Now, if the Abrams draws this guy out of a position where I can actually engage him, that would be nice. But I don't think I'm going to get that opportunity. Not really. Ah! And that's
Intel's been
GG.
downloaded. Thanks, Black Company. You have
So,
no idea how important this is
that's
to
the
stop
AMX-10RCR. This, not a replay, you notice. This was me fighting live in the AMX-10RCR. Very high rate of fire. Good damage. Very good premium vehicle. Very good premium vehicle. It is also a Tier 8 premium. Which means that on this match, which, if I remember my selection correctly, was a medium level match, means that it gets a lot of credits and a lot of XP. I don't think we have any boosts going on today, and I don't have any account boosts active either. So the results you're going to get are just the results I'm getting with my premium account. Okay, I had no insignias, no account boosts turned on, nothing. And that's 175,000 damage. Alright. And a destroyer medal. Our Centauro 120 got more spots than me, so he won out. He won the blue star there. But 16,952 damage. And yeah, that was a medium. That was a medium match. Right, because I didn't like the map that the hard match was on. But yeah, that's a pretty solid result, definitely. And you guys can see that it's a pretty decent, heavy-hitting tank. We're communicating with the server. We're communing with the server, guys. So what would I put in for this final retrofit? Something to boost your reload speed. That's what I'd do. I do something... Maybe that augmented breach lock. You know, that would be a good option. That's another decent rate of fire and reduced minimum accuracy. You could also go with something like your gyro stabilizers to decrease your aim time even further. The reason I'm saying my advanced breach is because I'm going to get that from the Ariete. So I think I'd like to get that advanced breach and just be able to go straight on and say, okay, we're done. But yeah, the intercoms, thermal sleeve, hull reinforcement, and universal would probably be the augmented breach lock. Or maybe even enhanced shell materials would be a good option too. That's always a good one to go with. Would I recommend buying this? You know, it's the only Tier 8 premium. It's a Tier 8 premium. It does its job very well. It's a very good tank destroyer. I mean, it's a very, very good tank destroyer. And it's a good way to get credits, and it's a good way to get XP. I like it, personally. I think it's a great vehicle. Is it worth the money? That's a good question. Is it worth the money? Yes, depending on your financial situation. Basically, that's the answer I have. If you can afford to do it, then by all means, run off and get it. You know, let's make sure we don't have any account. Nope, no event boost. If you can afford it, get it. You know, if you have gold, the gold sitting around to pick it up, then by all means, it's a great premium. Don't break the bank to buy it. You know, that's the whole thing about Armored Warfare in general. Don't break the bank. None of the premiums are that spectacular. You know, I have a lot of premiums. I mean, and that's partially because I need to show them off to you guys. Which is why I have all these premiums. Really, the only ones I bought have been this one, the Wolf. Yeah, this one and the Wolf. The Chieftain Mark 6 was a giveaway. The RDF and the RDF, Typhoon, and VFM were all part of the package I bought when I first bought the game. So yeah, I would say it's worth it if you have the money laying around. You know, if that's going to be your spend for the month, then by all means go and buy it. It is not a bad vehicle by any means, stretch of the imagination. I think it is a very, very, very good vehicle. I just wish it didn't have this paint job. Yeah. And to those of you guys who are in the tournament right now, congratulations if you win this thing. It's a great reward. Unfortunately, I've basically dropped off the tournament. I just don't feel like sitting around playing tier 6s that you guys have already seen, and that's not where I am. I just don't. I'm not gonna just grind out tier 6s to get enough good scoring games to rank in the tournament. So whatever. I ranked there at one point. That's validation enough for little old me. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been Mr. Kasarian. Hope you enjoyed this. Not really a review, but a should I buy of the AMX-10RCR and some quick battlefield footage. This video will actually go live on Sunday, so you get it as soon as possible so you can see whether you want to get this tank. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you didn't enjoy it, let me know why you didn't enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, give me a like. Like the channel. Like the video. It really, really, really helps. Trust me. Also, consider subscribing, or just leave a comment saying, hey, Kess, you did great, or hey, Kess, you suck, and here's why. Yeah, anyways. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, good hunting.